Okay. Hello, brothers. So, hopefully, you guys can actually see this. Hopefully, everything is right. So, here we go. So, this is my first live stream. Hope you guys actually enjoy this. So, we're going to keep it simple. All right. So, let's stop that. All right. Hopefully, they don't have any issues viewing. Okay. So, first things first. All right. How you brothers doing today? All right. Hopefully this goes well. And we might do some more of these. I don't know. So today we're going to get right into the subject. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If you guys can actually hear me, drop a one in the comment section. Make sure everything's synced up correctly. All right. Okay. So waiting for some more brothers to come in before I start. Okay. So, hello, brothers. This is a live stream, and I just want to make sure everything is going correct. All right. So, everybody that is here, check it out. Drop a one in the comment section to make sure everything is going good. Okay. So, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good. So, today we're going to discuss a little bit about Movember, a little bit about what the so called black side of YouTube is discussing, what some brothers are not discussing, why it's essential. Oftentimes, we're dealing with, okay, so can you hear me, the retro guy? All right. So, okay. All right. Cool, 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 cool. All right. So let's get into it. So, more brothers to come in. I said I was going to drop this today. So, not so bad. I said I'd be discussing this. So, I didn't say what time. I was going to do it a little bit later, but I'm going to keep this under an hour. All right. This is going to be quick. I'm not one of these brothers that are going to be discussing things for 15 hours. I would not be having a 15-hour hangout. Okay. That's not happening. If you're expecting me to say, get them likes up, get them likes up. Okay. We need more people to drop some. No, no, no. I'm not going to be one of those brothers. So this is not going to be a long-winded discussion. Okay. So let me go over to where you brothers are at. All right. Invite some people and we'll get it going. So, how's everything going? Retro. You know what I'm saying? Love your site. Went there yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, I haven't been at the other, site in a while, but I might check it out. But you've been dropping some good heat. All right, Retro. So, in about 2 minutes, I'll get into it. And that will be at 110. Okay. So, Movember. Why no one is discussing it? I don't know. But you need to. especially for young so-called black men and boys and older men. So I want to give a big, strong shout out to Retro, of course, D Hayes. Get better soon, bro. Okay. So D Hayes, he hurt himself. Prayers go out to you. All right. So let's go. So glad you guys are here. All right. So what is Movember? Okay. Movember, it's sports events contribute to the social economic will of the country. So there's $35 billion right now that are generated from sports and from health, but specifically from the sports industry. All right. So what we're going to deal with is managing weight. So the first thing you want to do, which is the essential reason why Movember exists, and I can go into the back history of Movember, not important. What's mostly important is understanding why Movember is important for all ethnicities of people here, because your health, so-called black man, is essential and no one's going to care about your health, and you should. All right. You have yourself in your corner, and that's all that's essential. So the first thing you want to use with managing weight is you can go to this government site called My Plate. That's and I'll put it in the description. Hold on. myplate.org. Okay. Is that by? Yeah. That's myplate.gov. Excuse me. Ooh, .gov. So that's a good site to help you manage your weight and specifically to get healthy food options. And then you also have the National Health and Lung and Blood Institute. All right. And that's a long title in HLBI.nih.gov. All right. Hopefully that pulls up. So that helps you with your cardiovascular system. This is free. This is free game, free advice. Because a lot of brothers aren't going to tell you this. They're going to talk about black women, how they're not, how they ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. All right, okay. But what about your own health? All right. They're going to be good. Well, not really, but they're going to be okay. Okay. So it's essential to get your cardio system up, to get your health up, to get your well-being up. That's the most important thing. Okay. That is essential. And how do you do it? One is with moderate intensity. All right. So when you're going on these live streams, you're going to have brothers that are going to get off topic. They're going to talk about all sorts of different things and not going to stay on point. That's not what I do. So you get concentrated information directly, no BS, no filter. So what is moderate intensity? Well, that's like walking, water aerobics, and pushing your lawnmower. So when you go out and you got to push that lawnmower to cut the grass or remove the leaves, you can talk. That's moderate intensity. That's a good thing. All right. So moderate intensity is a good thing. It increases your heart rate and it's healthy. All right. You want to stay healthy. High intensity is like jogging, swimming, running, bike riding. These increase your heart rate and you have short sentences. And when you increase your heart rate, you burn calories. Okay. And one thing you can actually use is, I'm going to put it in right now, and that would be treadmills. Now, there's weight limits. So for you brothers that are over 300 pounds, you want to check the weight limits. But if you're under, you have what's called fitness. I'll put it in fitness. TR1000. Okay. And that's $90. So fitness reality TR1000, that's $90 and that's a treadmill. And that actually has no electricity. All right. And you don't have to depend on electricity and high electric costs. You can carry it into your dorm room, your apartment. You can carry it into your own room. It's easy, it's light, it's portable, and that should be 1,000. Oops. All right. Yeah. So that should be TR Reality 1,000. So let's redo that. It should be 100. Okay. There you go. Good brother, I ain't see it. Okay. Well, that's it. That's my little mistake. All right. And then you have an under desk treadmill, which is actually on eBay. And let me see if I can pull up the eBay page right now. And okay, I'll just be putting that link afterward, but it's only $28 and it's called Under Desk Portable Electric Treadmill Walking Fitness Home. Oh, God, I'll just put it all in. So, under. Okay. All right. And that's a plug-in, and it goes on your desk. DSK portable, RTABLE electric treadmill. Home. All right. All right. And that's from eBay. All right. And that's only 28 bucks. So there's no excuse for you to actually be unhealthy. And in the winter seasons, because it gets cold and you can't actually go out and run and get your cardio in, use those two things. The TR 1000 is 90 bucks and the other one is $28. All right. Now, for younger brothers, older brothers, you have what's called sleep issues. So you have 6 hours of sleep, no good. When you're young, you need all your sleep you can get because you rebuild testosterone, you rebuild your cardiovascular, you burn fat when you're actually sleeping. That's essential. You don't want to have less than 6 hours because you will become obese. All right, less than six, obesity, which creates diabetes, hypertension, all sorts of different bad shit. 7 to 9 hours is your range. That's where you want to be. And an easy way to determine your health state and issue is just by looking at your urine. So your urine, your pee, whatever you want to call it, if it's yellow or it's colorless, that means you're drinking enough water. If it's brown or all types of different colors, that means you're unhealthy. You want to also look at labels on foods. All right. And I have this little brochure right here. And it's the FDA website /.gov/foods new nutritional facts labels. How to understand and use nutritional fact labels. Just put the FDA and new nutritional fact labels in your Google. Okay. And that will actually take you to that site. It's a long site. I'm not going to put that in. And it tells you about all the labels that you are consuming, the different foods you're eating, if it's healthy, if it's not healthy. Sometimes you can go to the government site and they'll give you some good information because for the most part, they're putting a lot of unhealthy foods and allowing a lot of things in there that should be out of your diet. And there's a lot of banned lists of foods that you should not be eating, so-called black men, because of the poor health issues you will actually get. Like in Europe, they banned Red 40. They ban it. Red 40 is in different pops and drinks, Jello, and certain candies. It's banned. So, guys, look up Red 40. Okay. And it's banned in most countries. All right. And there's several other food. There's called a food ban list. And you can look up a food ban list. So any food that's banned, avoid. It's not healthy at all. Okay. It's some of the unhealthiest foods you can actually get. All right. So the next thing is you want to look at BMI. What is your BMI? It's body mass index. Okay. Your body mass index is based on your height and your weight. Okay. The next thing you want to look at is your waist circumference. It measures how much fat you carry around your abdomen. Why is that essential? Well, because your abdomen, increase fat around your abdomen as a guy increases your chances of getting diabetes, hypertension, et cetera, et cetera. Again, you want to go to a health expert. I am not one of those people, okay? And they can tell you your proper BMI and your waist abdomen fat if it's too high. Right now, I'm in the single digit rate. Now, I work out, I run 6 days a week, I lift every now and then per week, but for the most part, you are going to want to get active. All right. I know you like the video game. I get it. I get it. You like the game. I get that. But you got to stay active somehow, some way. And here's something that's funny: waist to hip ratio. I know, brothers. I know you're gonna have brothers that are gonna talk about waist to hip. Like they want their woman to have a hip to weight ratio, like she gotta have a nice little round hip. And I get it. It sounds funny. But all right, you have too much fat around your waist rather than your hips, you increase your chance of type 2 diabetes. I know. So when you look at that black woman and she has a stomach, okay, and she has hips, and oh, but she's just thick. Nah, bruh. She's more than thick. She's actually obese. So flat stomach is what you should look for in that woman. And that's what you should be striving for yourself. Flat. All right. It doesn't have to be ripped up in 6 pack and 8 or 10 pack ab, just flat stomach. So when we use that, she has to have a hip to waist ratio type of thing. We're talking woman. You also have to have a specific waistline too, based on your height. Okay. It's essential and it's a good thing. So you want to lose weight. And what losing weight does is it helps sleep apnea, heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol. So, guys, don't focus on diets. You have a lot of broads that actually go and they try to get on all these diet fads. Why? Well, diet fads are just that. They're fads. They're fads. They are absolute fads. And they don't all work. Matter of fact, none of them really work. And when you're restricting different things that you enjoy, it doesn't work because you always go back and binge on them and you go back on your diet. Okay? Because you want to reduce unhealthy things. But what you want to do is improve your diet, not remove, improve. So, how do you improve? Well, there's many things you can do to improve your diet. All right. The first thing you can do to improve your diet, don't eat a whole bunch of bullshit. You know it's bad. I know it's bad. Hell, at 16, 17, 18, hell, even in my 20s, a year or two ago, I wanted to go and get fast food. I know it's not good, but it's quick, it's easy. Everybody's getting it. All right. That's not healthy stuff. Most of the fast foods is filled with a whole bunch of stuff, hormones. It's filled with anabolic steroids. It's filled with a whole bunch of stuff that's not good for you. So here's where the conversation ends, because you have a lot of brothers that just say, "Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Just eat right and do right, and yeah, that's what it is." No, no, no. They're not going to tell you different healthy sources, but that's what I'm here for. So you have what's called Community garden. Dot. Okay. So that site, communitygarden.org/garden, it actually helps you find local gardens, local farming spots. And you can actually go and get foods without all the hormones, all the pesticides, all the crap. Yeah, you got a local market. You have a farmer's market sometimes in big cities. But this is a solution and it's cheap. Now, you may want to actually bring your own basket, your own cardboard boxes. You may have to actually go and pick your own strawberries and your own fruit and vegetables, and they weigh it. So you may pay like $10 and you can pick all of the fruit and vegetables that you need that can fit into that basket, whatever specific farmer person has or garden. And then there are solutions with your greenhouse that you can build yourself. There's a $300 greenhouse, and I might do a video on that showing you guys how to actually build one. You can use recycled material to build it, and you can use some that you can purchase. Okay. But check out community gardens. And if you don't want to go to community garden, there's another solution. And it's actually a really good solution. And that's actually different stores that carry local farmed brands. And they actually advertise that on their websites at the bottom. They purchase local farm brands. And you just go into the store, you ask the manager, where do they buy their stuff from? He may know, he can give you a sheet. Boom, you're off and running. You can find those different local farmers or brands locally, and you can buy direct. Hell, you can buy a case of stuff for cheaper than you would buy 3 of those in the store. Trust me, it will work. The next thing is your salt and sodium. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't think of sodium in this way. How much do you need a day? Well, I'll tell you. If you're eating sodium, you need less than 1,500 milligrams. Okay? That's how little sodium you need per day. And let me show you something real quick. So I have in front of me 3 different brands. And this is just peanut butter, right? The first brand is called Crazy Richards. The second brand is from Whole Foods and it's 365 brand. Okay. And the third brand is your typical bullshit that you can from any store. Cheap, $1.59, $2, whatever it is. All right. And it's just whatever. Right. It's called Peanut Butter Delight, creamy peanut butter. Right. I don't eat it, but I bought it just for this. So I'm looking at the back and total fats, 15 gram in the bull crap. In the 365 Whole Food brand, which has salt, all right, it has 16 grams. And in the Crazy Richards, it has 16 grams. So, oh, okay, well, it's going to have its fat because it's a peanut, but that's healthy fats. It's not bad. And then you get to the sodium. The bullshit brand has 120 milligrams to 150 of sodium. The bullshit. The Whole Food brand actually has 120 milligrams. Okay. So the bullshit has 150 milligrams. So you eat 2 tablespoons, just 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. You are getting all sorts of sodium at 150 with the BS brand, right? Just 2 teaspoons. All right. That's not even going to cover half of your sandwich, your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's not going to cover half of it. And when we're in college, when we're young, peanut butter and jelly, we can go and get it. It's cheap. You know what I mean? You can go and grab it off the shelf. It is what it is. But you're getting 150 with the bullshit brand, right? And you only get 1,500 calories. And that's just 2 tablespoons, right? So you're going to need at least 4 to 6 tablespoons of this peanut butter on your bread. All right. So that's 150, 150, 150. That's 450 in just one peanut butter sandwich. That's 450 to 500, right? Whereas you're only getting in the Crazy Richards, uh, your sodium zero, because it doesn't have sodium. It doesn't have salt in it. All right. And you have zero sugar in the Crazy Richards. Well, added sugar. You have about 3 grams. All right. So, and the difference is when you get the 2 brands from 365, right? The 365 Whole Food and then the Crazy Richards. All right. They both are gluten free. They both have no extra sugar added. And they also have something that's essential, and that's no palm oil. And they also don't have high fructose corn syrup. Now, when you look at the back of peanut butter that's healthy, you'll see peanuts. That's it. And you might see salt. You see dry roasted peanuts and salt. These are on the 365 and the Crazy Richards brand, right? Now, let's look at the back of the nutritional servings on the Peanut Butter Delight or your Jif peanut butter, right? So what you'll have is dry roasted peanuts, sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, rapeseed or cottonseed, and soybean, salt, and molasses. These are all unhealthy things, completely unhealthy. And what that does, the cottonseed and soybean oil actually is heavy and it clogs your arteries up. And it also is known to reduce your libido, i.e., it clogs your arteries, it messes with your junk. And you want to stay away from a lot of your cottonseed and soybean oil, specifically soy, because soy gives you man boobs. Yes, man boobs. So when you get to your 30s, eating a whole bunch of peanut butter and soy-based products will give you those man boobs. And you have to fight to get them things off. All right. So if you're sedentary in the wintertime and you're eating a whole bunch of peanut butter, which is supposed to be just pure protein, it's not, because they have a bunch of BS in it. Avoid the peanut butter with the hydrogenized vegetable oil. Avoid that, if anything. And cottonseed oil. Avoid that. And molasses, a lot of black women like to cook with molasses because they like spices and sugars and things like that. But molasses aren't too healthy either. But you can eat molasses maybe once a month when you have to go over to your grandmama's house or your granddaddy's house. All right. But you want to avoid molasses. It's not healthy in long eating spurts. You want to avoid it as much as possible and eat some healthier things. Okay, brothers? So, again, I want to give a a post notification shout out to my guy that's been supporting all these vids, and that would be Abdullah. Respect, bro. Thank you for doing everything supported. And Retro, you got any questions? Any products you want me to explain why you should or shouldn't eat it? If so, ask, and I'll answer those questions as best as I possibly can. All right. So the next thing you want to actually work, let me get some water because my throat is killing me. Okay. So the next thing you want to actually do is avoid sodium for one reason, and that's salt. It takes on different properties. One, it holds water, and you don't want to hold excess water, and it makes your heart work harder. So salt, not good. Avoid that like you would avoid a ratchet. So when you avoid ratchets, thotties, Thotianas, the ratchet chicks, you avoid salt like you avoid the ratchets. And you avoid ratchets by doing specific things. One, you avoid ratchets by actually speaking in clear sentences and avoiding the places that they congregate. Wow, this sounds like National Geographics. I'm talking about like a predator. Okay. But yeah, you want to avoid ratchets. Avoid them. Okay. Avoid them. Avoid ratchets. Definitely. Avoid them like the plague. All right. So, sugar. Sugar. We talked about diabetes, but sugar is essential. You got to avoid sugar. All right. And you only want, and this is a big shout out to Hardcore Tito. This is really his knowledge on this part, 25 grams. So check out his video on healthy living, and he dropped a good one. I can't think of what the video was called, but it was on health and fitness. Check that out. 25 grams of sugar. Now, going back to your bullshit peanut butter, you have 4 grams of sugar in your bullshit peanut butter, and you have 2 grams of added sugar. So that means that you got 4% of everything you're eating in the 32 grams. That's just straight up sugar. All right. And that's 2 tablespoons. So out of the 32 grams, 2 tablespoons, 4% of that is sugar. All right. You go to the Mikes, the Crazy Richards, you have 0 sugar, 0 added sugar. All right. And you have barely a gram of sugar in that overall, because peanuts do actually metastasize and do have like a little bit of sugar content. Okay. Even 365 brand from Whole Food, it has 0 grams of added sugar and less than 2 grams of sugar because of the salt and things of that nature. All right. So 25 grams means that when you get yourself some orange juice in the morning, all right, you can drink less than 8 ounces. Basically, you want to take your finger, your thumb, and put it right on the edge of the table. And unless you got some big hands, bros, and some of you guys do because you're tall, and underneath your thumb would be the amount of orange juice you want to drink. That's it. And that's basically under 8 ounces. And that's a good measuring stick. And you don't eat much of it. All right. You definitely want to get some water, straight up warm water when you wake up in the morning. All right. Get yourself some room temperature water straight up, because that actually jumpstarts your metabolism. And if you can just heat up water on your stove or even in your microwave in the morning. All right. Brothers like to drink tea in the morning, but just heat it up and drink it. And then hit your push-ups. Shouts out to White Hayes. Start off with 5 push-ups, then 10. Okay, I know it's 5 ain't really much, but start off with 5, then 10, and then do a little bit more. All right. Your goal is to do one more than the next man. Never think of having, I want to do 2 or 3,000 or 2. No. One more than the next man. That's your mindset. I want to do one more push-up than the next man. Not I want to do a certain amount and I'm good. No, because I can wake up and do 100 and not even think about it. I can wake up and do 50 and not even think about it. I do as many as I need to do in the morning. And once you build yourself up where you can do 5 and then 10 and then 15 and then 20 and then 30 and 40 and 50 and 60. Once you get past 100 really in the morning, fresh out of bed. All right, cool. Get yourself a pull-up. And you can get one of those for about 10, 20 bucks. You can put that on your door frame and you can get about, again, one more than the next man. Don't ever think of doing a set amount, because you'll get locked into that set amount. So, I can do 50 pull-ups. Okay, fine. Remember, this is all psychological. One more than the next man. So you want to push yourself, okay, until you get tired. Then the next week you push yourself until you get tired again. So you increase the number in your head, but the goal is to go one more past where you went the next day when you were exhausted, or 2 more. It's all psychological. All right. And that 25 grams of sugar means that you, so-called black man, can't eat too much peanut butter, can't eat too much stuff. And you have to actually read the back of the labels. because your health is essential. No one's going to tell you about these things. They just want you eating all types of unhealthy things and not working out and staying fit. Stay fit, stay healthy, walk instead of running. If you can't run, because some of the older brothers, they can't run, there's pools, there's activity centers, there's gyms, okay? And there's cheaper gyms like Planet Fitness where you can get like a $10 rate, which I'm going to actually go and get by next week. You have Crunch. Shouts out to different brothers that are in Crunch Fitness. You have Bally's. I don't like Bally's because there's so many women in Bally's that just go in, and this is what they'll do. And this is not a woman video, okay? But they'll go in and just do butt exercises all day long, 3-4 hours. They won't work on their back or legs. And we'll get into that in a second, okay? Let's get through the main stuff real quick. So the last thing that I'm going to discuss before we get into fitness tips is why Taco Tuesday is killing you. Yep. It can kill you. Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah, retro. Yes, it can. Yep. So as long as you're doing something physical, whether it's physical lifting or whether it's just doing some work after you get back from work around the house, that's cool. So Taco Tuesday can kill your ass. How? Well, let's look at tacos and let's look at the seasoning specifically. So this is Taco Bell mild taco seasoning. All right, I'm looking at. And you have 2 tablespoons. Remember we told you about sodium, right? So this has 300 milligrams of sodium. 300 milligrams. All right. 300 milligrams. So if you eat 6 tablespoons of this, you have 900 milligrams. Remember, you only get 1,500 milligrams a day. All right. Not healthy. This is not the healthiest thing, and you don't want to eat much of it. So you want to try to keep this at 2 tablespoons. Now you can make your own, and that all that you have to actually do to make your own is to get garlic, tomato, onion, chili, peppers, spice, paprika, and pepper. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you have those ingredients in your cabinet right now. And you can have your own seasoning. And I'll tell you why it's not healthy. And that's because of these ingredients. It has silicone. Okay. Same thing in women's breast disease. That's in this. You have silicon dioxide. You have potassium chloride. Yes, chloride. You have maltodextrin and soybean oil. And of course, malic acid isn't bad because malic acid is in different types of vegetables and things of that nature, especially when it's dried. Just like you have acid in your stomach, you have what's that called? It starts with an H. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. Again, you want to talk to a health expert and why these foods are not healthy, but you can make your own stuff. And let's get into mustard. All right, mustard actually has how many? It has, we're looking at your sodium. It has 80 milligrams of sodium. Now, mustard is healthy. All right, it's really healthy. And if you guys have a girlfriend, one of the ingredients on the back of mustard you can buy in raw form, and you can give that to her. And that's actually turmeric. Turmeric is from Native American herbs, roots, and remedies. It's a good book. Go get it. It's on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get it for free. And turmeric was used historically by so-called black men and women to actually remove dark spots. Now, I struggled with acne just a few years ago, as I was in my 20s just 2 years ago. So I struggled with acne, really bad acne, and dark spots caused by acne. And some of you guys may have eczema. I have that a little bit too. And turmeric is important. You can use it and you can put it on your dark spots, and it actually cures your dark spots real quickly. Just do a week of it and give that to your girl, and she'll be surprised how clear her skin becomes. And you can use it too for yourself, and it really helps your skin, so-called black men. It gives you that nice, good, healthy looking skin. And get some damn sun. Go out in the sun, get some sun. Get it on a daily basis. But this mustard only has 80 milligrams of sodium. That's it. So you have to be careful when you're getting yourself a beef sausage, or you're eating a hamburger, or you're eating a chicken burger. All right. This is a good alternative, mustard, because you have 0 calories. You only have 80 milligrams of sodium. That's it. Okay. And you have mustard based dressings for salads that are very good. But in order for you, you got to be careful though, portion wise, because you only get a tablespoon, and that's still 0 calories. All right. So you would need 19 teaspoons of mustard to actually have 4.75 of a cup. All right. So do not use a lot of mustard. Just put just what you need. Okay. Which would be a tablespoon. That's it. On your hot dog, on your whatever. Avoid a lot of mustard, but it has 0. And also, your hot sauce has 0 calories in it. So when you're eating foods, you want to add peppers. You can go get peppers from Walmart, Kroger's, Piggly Wiggly's, whatever the hell you have, Publix, HEB. All right. So a lot of your peppers and things like that are healthy, and it helps reduce weight. Okay. So water, I hated drinking water when I was younger. In my like 8, 9, 10. My grandfather hates water still to this day. He just turned 90 on the 4th. So shouts out to him. Well, excuse me, the 5th. So for the most part, lemon in your water actually helps speed up your metabolism and helps you burn weight and keep your weight at the proper level. All right. Lemon. Just cut a lemon up, get it for 50 cents from the store, or $1, depending on how much they charge. Cut that thing up, put it in water. You're good. All right. So lemon water is good. It's essential. It's very good. And you want to get dried lemon too, and you can rub that onto your wings. Dried lemon rub is good for wings. Okay. And hot sauce is also good, but you don't want to eat too much hot sauce, but it's healthy. It has 0. And look at the back of your hot sauce. It has 0 calories, and it has very little sodium on your hot sauce. Very little. It doesn't matter what brand you get, but it has very little, if any, calories, and very little, but it does have carbs. It does have a little bit of carbs. So when you're getting your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, brothers, okay, you're going to want to avoid white bread. Why? Because white bread actually breaks down into polysaccharides. Polysaccharides break down into simple sugar. Simple sugar breaks down into stored fat. So, back to how Taco Tuesday is killing you. A lot of your breads, a lot of your grains, a lot of the toppings, and the doggone seasoning isn't healthy. There's alternatives. So right now, I'm looking at 365 brand, which is from Whole Foods, and that's called cassava flour tortillas, and they're grain free. Okay, grain free tortillas and tacos. And you have siesta. It's spelled siesta, like you're going to a siesta. And two tortillas are only 160 calories. So that means 80 calories per tortilla. All right. So we cut this in half. You have 40 milligrams of sodium. That's it in one tortilla. And in the tacos, you have 40 milligrams in the grain free siesta avocado, because this is cassava flour. And that's it. That's all you have. You have zero sugars. Okay. Well, we have 1 gram, but you have zero added sugars. And if you look at the back of your siesta tacos, and you look at the back of your grain-free cassava flour tortillas, what you're going to see is 3 essential things. The first thing you're going to see is that it's soy-free. Soy gives you man boobs. Avoid soy. Same thing with siesta and grain. Your body as so-called black men, as Aboriginal black men, okay, it doesn't process grain as efficiently as so-called white men. All right. So you want to try to get as little amount of grain as possible into your diet. Fiber is good. Grain, not so good. It takes a little while longer to break down, especially when you get up there in some age and weight. Okay. When you look at the back of the cheap tacos that you can get from Kroger's, Myers, Walmart, Costco, Ralph's, you're going to see soy. You're going to see hydrogenized oil, cottonseed oil. You're going to see all sorts of different things that are not freaking healthy. So the good thing about the cassava grain flour tortillas, I'm putting in there because you guys probably may not understand what I'm saying. CASSAVA. Okay. The good thing about them is that they're light. You do have to have an oven. You will have to actually heat them up. All right. So you have to put them on a pan, stick-free pan. You don't want to. It doesn't really matter what pan you put it in because it actually has a natural oil inside of it, and that would be avocado or cassava, and it basically is really good. You don't want to put it on too long, less than a minute. It's good. That's all you need, and then you can actually make your tacos. And it only has for 80 calories. 40 milligrams of sodium, and you have 6% of it is carbs. So you're only taking in 18 grams of carbohydrates with this. You will literally burn this walking to get this out the pantry. You will burn that just walking to get this out the pantry. You're going to burn that just walking to get it. All right. Whereas when you look at your bullcrap brands from the Whole Foods, your Kroger's, you're going to have at least 240 to 210 calories for one. And it's going to have all types of different crap in it that you can't pronounce. So I'm looking at the back of the Siesta brand tacos you can get that from Kroger's, you can get anywhere. And you also have the chips that are grain-free chips. They're Siesta brand. They're a little expensive. They're like $4. All right. But they only have avocado or cassava. You got to check your food allergens. Some of you may have a food allergy to almonds and things like that. But let's look at the back ingredients. Water. This is for the cassava flour tortilla. Water. Cassava flour, tapioca, coconut flour, sunflower, apple cider vinegar, which actually helps promote weight loss. So a lot of people, you'll see like the advertisements when you're in websites, have that apple cider vinegar. It's disgusting when you drink it, but it's supposed to actually help promote healthy kidneys and liver, and it helps your intestines. But I don't like it. I really don't like to drink it raw. And then you have sea salt and xanthan gum. That's it. That's all that's in the back. That is it. And you know what water is. You know what cassava is? It's a plant. You know what tapioca is? You know what starch is? Now let's look at the back of your tortilla that actually comes from the bullshit. That's the cheap tortillas that you can get that are $1.19. Okay. It has Xamarin gum. Okay, that's healthy. But then it has hydrogenized cottonseed oil, high fructose corn syrup. Again, bros, avoid fructose corn syrup. That's HF, what is it? HFS, high fructose, HCF, high fructose corn syrup. You want to avoid high fructose corn syrup. It's not healthy. It takes a longer time to burn off. It's a chemical. It's not natural. It's bad. Okay. It has sodium lanthanum. It has silicon. It's like, what? You have silicon in this too? It has all these unhealthy things. So Taco Tuesday will kill you eventually with the sauces, the guacamole, the shells, the tortillas, the top, all that stuff is not healthy. Just get yourself some jalapeno. You can get one for 15 cents from the grocery store. Okay. Cut it up. Lettuce. You can get salad. So your same salad that you buy, that dollar bag, it's good enough. Cut that up. Boom. A tomato. Get that for 15 or 30 or 40 cents. All right. Cut that up. Get yourself the bell peppers, $3.99 a pack. And they have red, they have yellow, they have orange. And then get yourself a green pepper. You cut all that up. Boom, bam, boom. You got yourself your toppings. You heat up that tortilla, or you can heat up your taco. That's a grain-free siesta or cassava flour. And you have so many different types, but you want to stick with some of them that actually taste the best. And working out and exercise, here's something that's interesting. You have different apps that are free. And I'm going to give you some of the apps that are free. Okay. And I'll give you some of the apps that I actually use. So, one app that I use, I don't really like it as much, but I use it. It requires GPS. It's free. And it also requires location and active internet. So, GPS and active internet, and that's called Runkeeper. It's free. Runkeeper. I'll put it in there. It's a free app. You use it, and you don't have to actually put your internet on. I just have internet, and I actually run with it. Only thing I don't like about it, it's free. They do give you your mile averages when you run. I don't like it because I can't put my shoes into it, and it helps you know the wear and tear on your shoes, but they only allow you to put in Asics for some reason. I don't like that. But I have all types of shoes from Nike because I try to switch it up. You want to have at least two good pair of running shoes or workout shoes, at least two. It doesn't have to be expensive. Hell, you can go to Walmart and get yourself a pair of workout shoes. They're $9.99. Okay, if you're gonna get them all dirty and muddy and effed up, get yourself some $5.99 or $9.99 Walmart running shoes. Just make sure you go and you get your insoles. And you have insoles that you can get on eBay or Amazon for plantar fasciitis. You can get it for just running for $5 to $7. As long as you have something inside your shoes, cool. That $9.99 shoe is good enough. You're gonna get it dirty and muddy anyway. Who cares? Who cares about being trendy and fashionable? Just get going. Get your weights in, get your exercise in. Okay. And let's look at some of these apps. So, okay, I keep on going to the wrong place. My fault. All right. I'm going to Google Play Store, and I'm going to actually show you guys some apps for working out. And let's look at apps, app workouts. So you have a Fitbit. So guys that have the Fitbit watch, it's a very good watch. Straight Shooter actually uses Fitbit, and he uses resistance bands. Now, you have the expensive resistance bands and you have suspension cables and things you put in your garage and your basement. If you are a young guy in his teens or you're a boy, okay, you probably can't afford expensive contraptions and things like that. But I'll give you a solution. Dollar store. Dollar General actually has resistance bands for $4 to $5. That's it. You can get the same resistance bands that some guy that's in his 50s or 40s uses because, you have injuries and you can't do a whole bunch of physical activities. It happens. You get up there. We're all going to get older. That's just the way we look at it. And it's not a bad thing, but you can stay healthy. $5 to $4 for resistance bands. Just go over to the toy area and they actually have your resistance bands for $5. So you have Fitbot working and fitness plans. That's free. You have 6-pack abs in 30 days. You have from Easy Health, which has 10 million people that download it. Okay, app workout, burn belly fat. You have daily app workout, and that's 10 million from Daily Workout Apps LLC. These are all good. Okay, and I'm not telling you they're good because they're the top viewed and top downloaded. I've actually used these, and you have app workouts in 7 minutes, and it has a million people that downloaded it. Now, with your workout apps, specifically for abs, you want to make sure that you have back workouts too. And some of the other workout apps that I didn't mention are shit because they don't actually work your back out. Remember, a strong core means oblique, your abs, and your back. If you only work out your stomach and not your back and your obliques, then what are you doing? You're wasting your time. All right. So remember, you want to keep that belly fat off because you want to decrease your chance of getting type 2 diabetes, cholesterol issues later on. So if an app doesn't have at least 25% of your workout that day with back, get rid of it because it is junk. Your back is part of your core. So you have to do Supermans and you have to do planks and you have to do cobras. And what is a cobra? It looks like a push-up, but you are basically in a push-up mode, but your legs are flat on the ground. They're not elevated. And it looks almost like a yoga pose, but you're pushing up off the ground. Sometimes you can hold it. Sometimes you can push up, but you don't actually lift off the ground with your legs. Your legs stay flat, and that stretches your back out and actually strengthens your back. And then you also have different back exercises with dumbbells with your ab workouts where you just put your hand on your hip and you just let the dumbbell hang and you go down one side and you lift up. You don't want to go below where your butt is. Just a little bit of a hang and you pull it back up. You stand back up. So a little bit of a lean to the right and a little bit of lean to the left when you're actually doing that. Keep your feet straight. So it's essential for you, so-called black man, during Movember, what no brother's going to tell you is health. Because they're too busy talking about why black women aren't so good. They're too busy talking about cash grabbing, why, this celebrity gossip is this, and look what such and such did. Most of what you're seeing within that is contrived. It's generated often by marketing and social engineering companies and by your elite to keep you preoccupied with things that are not essential. Your health is important. And one other thing is when you see the No Nut November things, that's just so-called women, specifically white women, in league with black women to disenfranchise your health, money, funding, and things of that nature that can best go to help out young so-called black men, young so-called boys, and older men. So never let someone mock you all right, with your own health issues and your own concerns. Don't let it happen. All right. And that's across every single spectrum, male, no matter what your ethnicity is. So, guys, your health is important. It's very important. Exercise, eat right, stay away from the daggle because that's stress. Stay away from the daggle. You don't want that extra stress in your life. The daggle will always be there. You got to avoid her like cancer. And if you eat the healthy foods that I've just suggested from the different sites that I've given you, and you push yourself right, and you go to a nutritionist, and there's some cheats. Here's one cheat because we're going to wrap this up. I said I was going to be on for an hour, and I will not disappoint you. I'm not going over. So, oftentimes at gyms, you have some people that have nutritional background and knowledge. When you go into your gym and you register, you can get a free nutritional plan. And colleges, because there's billions of dollars invested in college, specifically in sports, often, no, I wouldn't say force, but they encourage your strength and conditioning coaches to actually have a master's in nutrition in order for them to coach at that university, strength and conditioning coaches. So you can go into your local university and just rap to one of those strength conditioning coaches. It can be a mid major, it can be a small, it can be a Division 2, it can be a if you go to a Power 5 conference, you're probably gonna have a little bit of trouble. So go to Georgia. Oh, I can't talk about that. You're not an athlete here. But if you go to a mid major or a small college, they might actually give you some nutritional information and charts and things that you should avoid and things that you should eat. Okay. And that can actually help you lose weight for free. Guess what? That's free 99. Okay. That's free. I said fee. That's free. All right. That's free advice. Okay. Free 99. So you can actually go in and get that advice for free. You also have to do blood tests when you actually get nutrition. So they actually do blood tests at your local dermatologist. Yes, your dermatologist can do blood work and determine what you're deficient in. Now, those blood tests cost money. However, you might be able to go to a clinic and get the same thing done, not for free, but they can tell you what you're nutritionally deficient in. And then you go and take that to that strength and conditioning coach that has nutritional masters or background, and he can actually help you get a much better guide of foods that can help build muscle, strength. And you go to a person, an expert in that field. I'm not one of these brothers that want to pretend like I am a doctor. You know, a lot of brothers on YouTube that want to be whatever they want to be. I'm just a brother that knows how to actually stay a little bit healthy, hasn't actually got sick over everything that's going on recently, do research, study ancient remedies within native indigenous tribes here in America, okay, and just work out and stay healthy. That's all I do, brothers. And you want to make sure the last thing is a weight chart. So when you go into a weight room, you want to have a weight room chart and it lets you know your progress. You can make one yourself. You can go to different workout sites, print them off for free, and you just increase your weight once every 2 weeks. When you get older, every 2 weeks. And you just want to do 2.5 to 5 pounds every 2 weeks. That's it. You don't want to overload your body and you don't want to push yourself too far. Start off light and increase. When you do those different apps for abs and things, start off at the beginning. Yeah, don't be embarrassed. I started off at the intermediate on most of those ab apps and fitness apps due to the fact that I'm pretty much been doing this stuff for almost 2 years straight. So you want to actually go beginning. Don't let your pride get into it. And when you go get groceries, a little tip: those grocery stores have apps. Ralph's, Costco, Walmart. Well, I don't know if Walmart does. Myers, Kroger's, Publix, HEB, and the apps store your grocery store purchases. And you always eat before you go into that grocery store, but you keep a receipt, print it in your pocket. To save money, that receipt will let you know everything you need to refill. So if you're in your apartment, you're a young cat, you're in your dorm, you just look at that receipt and it reduces the time you're in the store making stupid fucking purchases. All right. You just go, you say, okay, well, I need to get some new lettuce. I need to get some more hot sauce. I need to go and get some baked chicken. I need to go and get some drumsticks for chicken, turkey, etc. All right. And alternatives to beef, that so-called black man, would be bison. It's expensive, but it's good because you ate bison here in this country for thousands of years. Beef came more or less from Europe and Africa. Same thing with pork. It wasn't in your dietary law for thousands of years. So you want to avoid it just because from a cultural standpoint, many of you brothers have native or, well, not native, but indigenous or aboriginal, and you want to eat things that people ate for thousands of years. So bison instead of beef, no pork, chicken, turkey, because there was turkeys here, chicken, turkeys, and that will actually make a better taco than beef. Beef just tastes good, but it takes a while to break down in your body, so-called black man. All right? But you can eat beef in moderation. That's what you want to do. Moderation, not every day. Take that receipt out, look to see what you need to refill, and that's that. Okay, brothers? I went over about 6 minutes. I apologize. Okay? So grab a little bit of water. So anybody has any questions, I'm free to ask. You can ask me any question you want to. I'll answer the best of my ability. If there's no questions, I'll bounce off this broadcast and you guys have a good day. Everything that I said, I'll be dropping links for it. And brothers, as I always say, hello, so-called black men. How are you doing today? I start every single conversation, every single video with that. And I will not change because I do this for you, so-called black man. I do not do this for the validation and the support from women or any other group. I want you to put yourself, as Dr. Kitty Cockwood Jones would say, in maximum safety and advantage. And your health is essential to put you in a position of natural health and advantage. There's things you can do. There's things you shouldn't do. And there's things we can learn from each other. I don't hold the paragon of wisdom. I am just one man, and I'm learning as we go on a day-to-day basis. We're all on a journey to be better versions of ourselves. That's it, brothers. I'm out. I love you guys. Keep your heads up. Peace.